Hey everyone, Loaf here with another community mod showcase. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at some of the cool points of interest that have been made since our last showcase, starting with the Bakery aircraft carrier. This mod was made by Mare, the same guy that made the Nuketown map in our last showcase. This mod features a very recognizable Russian aircraft carrier that has once again broken down, this time permanently in the post-apocalypse. Now, the creator will be the first guy to tell you that the aircraft carrier model is a little scuffed, but that's okay, this is modding. And this was one of the first mods on the workshop to feature new imported models, so it was kind of a proof of concept in of itself. Even still, the scale of this thing is pretty awesome. Inside of the carrier, you will have some tight bunker corridors, as well as some interesting Easter eggs that I'll let you guys discover on your own. This mod is free for anybody to use. In fact, I'm filming this right now on the Deadside server, which we checked out in our last showcase, but since then they've created a lot of really cool stuff. They've added a lot of new points of interest that I'm not even going to cover in this short overview video since it would take a lot of time, but I do want to cover the highlights. Now, something that I saw that made me happy was some Stalker-inspired stuff. Fans of that franchise might recognize this as the military base in the Agroprom, or at least I think it's called the military base, it might have a separate name. Comparing it directly to the location in Stalker, they look really similar, except for the extra trees in Deadside. Another interesting thing they did is turn the Northwest Islands into the Fog Islands. And as you can see, there is a thick layer of fog that encompasses this entire area, meaning that snipers are really not going to be all that useful. And of course, this area has a nice little point of interest with some missions to fight. I think this area looks awesome, it's something I've never seen before in Deadside. Next, let's check out the Alpha Deadside servers, as they have a bunch of their own custom mods and points of interest. But the main attraction right now seems to be their military prison. This is a really large POI, one of the biggest modded ones I've seen so far, and it's made completely out of rocks, giving it a really interesting and unique terrain. On the edges of the island, you have a lot of these small, overgrown pathways, which gives you a bunch of cover while trying to approach the military prison. But once you get to the top of the island, all that cover is going to disappear. There's not as much to work with up here. There's also some cage wolves, not exactly sure what's up with that, but pretty cool, I guess if it's the theme of a military prison. This is a huge point of interest with a bunch of little hidden nooks and crannies that I'll just have you explore on your own. Another big addition they've made is an expansion to the airfield in the southeast, complete with probably their most insane plane crash so far. But this whole area is heavily defended by bots. This is not during a PvE mission, this is just a normal encounter that spawns in the area. With all the turrets and sandbags, approaching this area is going to be challenging, even if you do have some decent gear. So, that's all I have for this showcase. Well done to all the modders who made everything you just saw in the video. Go check them out. Thanks for watching.